out there in computer land. What are we going to do? I'm going to show you how to save some money using Cra-z-art pencils and basically Crayola pencils and crayons. And then at the very end, you can get out your Prismas or your very expensive and put some little extras in there. But this is, I'm working in the book, D. McDonald Designs Artsy Fartsy Adults Coloring Book. It's a very large book, and it is really set up for some artsy fartsy fun. So, first step, indigo crayon, then beautiful red dandelion, the retired guy. And I'm going to put this page down. And what I did is I pre-colored a lot of this. So, wait, I have to tell that not now. It's interrupting me. It's interrupting me. I also wanted to check to see if there was an invite deal. I don't see one. Don't know what I'm doing. So, yeah, let's look stupid. I'm good at that. Okay, let's lower the lid and let's just proceed. Because what I did is I started, but I left a few empties to take you straight through the process. So starting out with, this is a patriotic thing. So I went with indigo blue, and I started with the petals of this design of strange flowers and put down my indigo blue crayon. You want to put as much crayon on your paper as you possibly can. And I want to point out this is Create Space paper. This works really well with this paper. So in goes the indigo blue. Just like that. Then I added a little bit of Blutiful in the far inside corners there, like that. The next step would be to get out your Cra-z-art pencil, just blue, and use that to push the color deep into the paper. You will not have to use any kind of blending anything because the Cra-z-art pencil and the crayon work really well together, and it pushes it in so you won't get those little itty bitty bits of white bleeding through, which some people really have a problem with. So here is a really nice way of very cheaply, inexpensively, getting a beautiful result out of the simple Crayola crayon and Cra-z-art pencils. I tried all my pencils, and they all do a pretty good job, but to be honest, the Cra-z-art was great on that. All right, the stars, I used the retired dandelion crayon. And the way I approached this design was to look at the petals first. I would highly recommend, if you like this idea of red, white, and blue, and you're looking at what I did, and you buy this book or you bought this book, and you go, yeah, I like that patriotic look, Americana. I would highly recommend you start with the yellow and then do your darker colors, because sometimes it tends to smear a little bit. Okay, next color, red, white, and blue. So I use the red, and now that about an hour or so has passed, I'm even able to get a thicker layer over the first layer of red. So you really do want to come back before you even start pushing your pencil in and add as much crayon as you possibly can. As you're working with your pencil, you will have to clean off the tip from time to time because it will pick up a little bit of the crayon wax. What I'm thinking is happening here, why I end up with a look of Prisma, layers and layers and layers of it, with using the crayon and the Cra-z-art, is that I am getting the same what you get in the Prisma, but taking some extra steps. And I'll do that for some extra savings. All right, so add as much color as you can. So here, this is going to be red, white, and blue. So around this inside, I'm giving it a really good pressure. You can go softly and then you can layer on, but for this, for right now, So I want to try to keep this short. I'm pushing that in as deep as I can, and then I'll come through with the pencil to just really finish it off nicely. So pencil, crayon, then pencil. I'm looking. I think I got it. All right, so now I'm going to move to a red pencil. Any shade of red will do. And then the Cra-z-art pencil, so that I work that in nice and evenly, and I remove all the little white stuff. Just a tiny bit of wax is coming up. Nothing that really bothers me. But at the age of 61, I still get bothered by things, but not anywhere near as much as I did when I was younger. Now, age will mellow you out. It will. It'll also decrease your sense of smell, which is a real plus point. You know, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, and your eyes go, so you don't see as much either. It's got some pluses. All right, so you would just go around your entire design after putting the crayon down and continue to work the crayon deep into the paper. Now, it does take a while to do this. I'm not telling you this is a fast, quick kind of deal. This takes some time, but it produces beautiful results at very little cost. So that's just a super win. Super, super win. And I left the outers. This will take some time, so I go all in there. Push, push, push it. And you want to go one way, and then you want to go the other way so that you really work your crayon into the paper. By changing direction with your pencil, that will happen. And you're just going to be absolutely amazed at how beautiful and vibrant this will turn out and how little money it will cost you. Now, if you really wanted to get, you want to bump it up, you could still get out the Prisma pencils, but you will use such a little tiny bit of it. And if my hand's in the way, I'm sorry. I'm going to move my hand right now. All right, so let's say I take out my Prismas and I go with a dark blue. What color are you? Oh, you're the nice dark purple that I can't pronounce. Dioxine purple hue. That's a really deep dark. So I would just want to use a little bit, and it's going to glide so smoothly over my crayon and my pencil. And that's what I would use to really pop out if I want some darkness in there, some brightness, if I want to do a little bit of highlighting, then just a little bit of your more expensive pencils, whether they're the polychromos or the Prismas. And the Prisma goes over the waxy crayon very nicely. You can skip the blending in with the cheap pencil, but it's going to cost you a little bit more, and you may end up having to actually sharpen your Prismas. I can achieve this really gorgeous look, and I'm not even going to have to sharpen this pencil, which means the life span of my Prisma pencils will last me much, much longer, and I won't have to fork out some more big bucks for quite a long time, and yet my coloring is going to look exquisite. So I think this is a really nice tip. Please share this video. Please subscribe. There will be more in the future now that I'm sort of kind of learning. I'm not, there will always be lives probably because I don't have the camera set up any longer to do I film it and then I stick it on there. There will never be a, little fast forward things. Those irritate me. I want to watch step by step slowly. And I really don't want goofy music. I just want to learn without being entertained. That's how I function better. So if you function better that way, then please subscribe, please share, so that others can say, hey, you don't have to spend a fortune to make pretty coloring book pages. That's right. And once again, I'm going to repeat, this is Create Space Paper. I'm going to grab a pomegranate red and just pop out a little bit. And it's hardly even showing, but it makes me feel like, well, I got fancy here. Yeah, a little tiny bit. But it's really good for working in little spaces and adding just a little extra thickness of color. And it's just you're gonna be amazed at how beautifully your Prisma will color over the crayon and the inexpensive pencils. And with that, I'm gonna hold this up and I'm gonna say goodbye. And how quick was that? That was quick, that was easy, that was painless. That was. So please share, share, and share, and I'll be sharing all over the place. But look at that. Pretty cool. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. One more look at the title of this book. That's the back of the book. There's the front of the book, the thickness of the book. I will be doing book reviews too. How about if we do the book right side up? That's a good idea. And it's a big book, and it's on Amazon. Thank you. End stream. I will.